What's up, lean bulk? Andrew back here. Finished off my Need2Slin this morning with my remaining one cap, so all done. So this is officially my final review of the product. So where to begin? Go over the pros. Before I started Need2Slin, I was ingesting about 5,000 calories every day. I was bulking. It was about 178 pounds. Throughout my run, up until actually yesterday, kept that caloric intake the same, so 5,000 calories every day. Stopped gaining weight and actually felt more of like a recomposition effect, which was pretty crazy. And it worked out pretty well, since I'm right now going into a recomp and then a cut later on. Sort of like a little diet plan I made up for myself. I'll give you a brief rundown. So I have 15 weeks contest prep. That started yesterday, April 1st. I believe yesterday was April 1st, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. No, I'm right. Of course I'm right. So got 15 weeks. I'm going to do, for the first 5 weeks, I'm going to drop my caloric intake down by 500 calories every week to sort of ease myself into the cutting cycle. Basically what I want to avoid is any drops in strength, and I don't really feel like dropping my calories down like 2,000 or 2,500 in over a week. So decided to do that over a course of 5 weeks. So for the next 5 weeks I'll be recomping, but let me get back to my review. So I've been using Need2Slin the past 30 days, the last 30 days of my bulk actually, and well, I guess it's the last 29 days of my bulk. Doesn't really matter. Semantics at this point. So I'm leading myself into my recomp, and this product actually worked out really well for that. I was dosing it 4 caps a day. Usually 2 were with my pre-workout meal, which had approximately 100 grams of carbs. Really worked out well. Today, ingested about the same amount of carbs, and actually it was a little bit less. I only ingested about 60 grams pre-workout today, and I only took my one remaining cap. And I actually felt, surprisingly, I felt more of a pump today than I have dosing it at 2 caps with my pre-workout meal. So if I could do it over again, I would definitely only do 1 cap pre-work. I'd probably drop it down to 3 caps a day and just do it like that. But the way I did do it was 2 caps the pre-workout meal, and then 1 cap with my post-workout meal, which wasn't not my post-workout meal, but the meal after my post-workout meal. And then with my last carb meal of the day, I took another Need2Slin. So that's at 4 caps a day. Some days, if I was going to bump up my calorie or my carbohydrate intake, I would take another cap. So some days I bumped it up to 5. Some days I forgot to take it or forgot to bring it to school with me. I could only take 1 when I got home. So I mean, I even myself out. So pros, really good in terms of recomposition. Really good with that, especially at the high calorie ranges that I was at. High for me. Some people ingest 10,000 calories a day. That's pretty crazy. That's double what I call high. So for me, high 5,000. I was ingesting that, and no real change in my diet, and I got a recomp effect just from starting Need2Slin. So that's gotta say something. Besides that, got a nice pump in the gym. That was about it though. In terms of pros. So I'll get into cons. The strength, while I didn't really expect my strength to shoot up while I was on it, strength kind of, I'd say it's my increases of strength aren't directly related to Need2Slin, because they've been steadily progressing during my bulk over the past couple of months, where I really haven't been taking any crazy products in terms of anything hormonal or designer stuff or whatever you wanna say, or other GDAs, haven't been taking any of those. So just with a straight creatine and protein and good old oats, I've been making my strength gains, and those continued through my run of Need2Slin. So really nothing in terms of strength gains or losses or anything like that. Just again, that's all diet and training related. So my diet and training are still on point, and my gains have been coming in because of that. So Need2Slin, not really the best in terms of strength increases, but I don't really take a GDA for a strength increase. I take it for, you know, the changes in my body composition, which is ultimately what I'm looking for, and that ultimately gets the thumbs up. Only quip I have about this product in terms of what it's designed to do is the price. I know I've said this before, other people have said this before, $55 a bottle is pretty pricey. Now, this product is supposed to be taken, you know, anywhere from 3 to 4 times a day. If I were to take this over again, I would do it at 3 caps a day, 1 pre-workout and then the other 2 dosed like I continued to dose it. If I do that, this bottle would approximately be, let me get some comparison here. If I were to only take 3 caps a day, it would be on par. So 1 Need2Slin bottle would be on par with, in my opinion, 2 Slin Sane bottles. Now I got these at a pretty cheap price, so the what I usually see sites selling them for is roughly around $20. So even two bottles of Slin Sane are going to run you about $45. So, and that $45, you know, plus shipping or whatever. So it's still less expensive. With the 25% off coupon that's been going around for Need to Build Muscle, you could definitely, I think, I don't remember what it drops down to, but it's around that range, around $45 shipped. So for the same price, I mean, you can go either route. I mean, at this point, I can't really say which one is better. I mean, I'm not affiliated, so I could if I really wanted to, but that's a pretty tough thing to do. The ingredient profile, if I were to compare it, I mean, really the only similarity is the Norvaline dosage, which is at 100 milligrams per cap. Everything else is, oh wait, no, that's not true. Okay, the first ingredient, I'm not even going to try to say it. I'll post the ingredients of Need2Slin below this, but the first ingredient starts with a G. It's dosed a little bit less than in Slin Sane. So that's about the only thing. But there's a lot more in Need2Slin than just what's in Slin Sane. So you can't really. It's tough to compare it. It is tough. So if you want to try them both out, I'd recommend it. I mean, with the 25% off coupon, this is not so much different from these. It's a personal choice at this point. I already have this Slin Sane, so I don't need to go out and buy another Need2Slin. But who knows? When I'm cutting and, you know, carbohydrates are at a minimum, and I'm only going to be taking, you know, 1 cap a day, I might actually go back to thinking about buying this. Hopefully the 25% off coupon is still going, or they have another sale. That's the great thing about Need to Build Muscle. They always have sales going on. Never actually took advantage of any of them though, because didn't really need any of the products at the time of the sale. So, and I don't need it now, which I'm kind of ticked off about. But Need2Slin, definitely, if you want it, grab it. It's good for what it is, what it's supposed to do. Don't expect massive strength increases, but expect some pretty crazy recomposition effects. And if you want, you know, dose it down 3 caps a day. Essentially, I'm not going to pick up the bottles again, but you have 2 bottles of Slin Sane, and it's essentially the same thing, only this has a little bit more of different stuff. That's about it, though. So next time, Nico, out. Oh, and thanks for following along for you guys that have been following along. It's been a fun ride for me, so have a good one.